We're taking routine portal readings and making sure the portal area is free of any portal problems.
Stop! How are you so excited for...
A much-needed victory for the whole series is Jack Quaid's role in Star Trek: Strange New Worlds, the Star Trek Lower Decks crossover episode, which was published ahead of schedule after its debut at San Diego Comic-Con 2023, was one of the most eagerly awaited episodes of Strange New Worlds Season 2. Those Old Scientists was the title of Strange New Worlds Season 2 Episode 7, which followed the escapades of ensigns Beckett Mariner and Brad Boimler when they time-traveled to the 23rd century and unintentionally encountered the crew of the US Enterprise. Given that Boimler was the subject of the episode's storyline far more so than Mariner, Quaid's portrayal of him stood out in particular. It was entertaining to see Boimler try to balance without giving away too much about the future, and his interactions with the rest of the Star Trek Strange New Worlds ensemble were both amusing and endearing at various points. Even though Quaid has been portraying Boimler on Star Trek Lower Decks for a while, the actor finally getting to bring his character to the live-action Star Trek was a major coup for a variety of reasons. Jack Quaid's live-action role in Star Trek Strange New Worlds should have happened much sooner given his fame both within and beyond the Star Trek universe. The Boys, Scream, and Oppenheimer are three recent examples of Quaid's notable professional achievement. He is a very skilled actor. Quaid is now quite popular, as seen by the fact that Oppenheimer even had its debut the same weekend as the crossover between Strange New Worlds and Lower Decks. Quaid has been a member of Star Trek since 2020, but his powers have not been fully used by the series. Jack Quaid has been exhibiting his voice acting skills on Star Trek Lower Decks for 3 years and counting. But considering that Lower Decks is not the most well-known contemporary Star Trek program, some of the larger Star Trek audience may not have encountered them. It is astonishing that the series has waited this long to use Quaid in a live-action role given how well-known he has become in recent years. Quaid's remarkable acting abilities were fully shown in the Star Trek Strange New Worlds and Lower Decks crossover episode, underscoring the fact that Star Trek has just not given Quaid the chance to shine as brightly as he deserves. Jack Quaid's versatility has already been shown. Therefore, Star Trek should seize the chance to bring him back to live action shortly. There will likely be more crossovers with the animation Star Trek cast in the future after the Strange New Worlds and Lower Decks episode established that the animated series is just as canon as the live-action one. Given this revelation and Quaid's apparent skill, fans shouldn't expect to see Brad Boimler in live action just in Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Fortunately, Boimler hails from the 24th century, when most of the events in the Star Trek chronology occur. Star Trek Picard and Star Trek Lower Decks have advanced the franchise into the latter 24th and even 25th centuries, whereas Star Trek Strange New Worlds and Star Trek Discovery have adopted the route of looking back at the 23rd century. Boimler would still be very much alive even in the early 25th century and would probably have a lot of intriguing things to tell after 2 more decades in Starfleet, making it simple for Jack Quaid to make a comeback in future live-action productions. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe to give us support for more.